Food bank queues are predicted to return. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of Heise Says US. Grab your stein of coffee because we're going to look at an article which is warning that food bank lines may re-emerge as millions are about to lose their unemployment benefits. And apologies for the delay in uploading videos. If you've been following my main channel, you may realize I've been trying to fix and repair a brand new computer. It's always lots of fun. Now, before we jump through this article, I'd like to start by having a look at the unemployment rate in the US. We can see here it is sitting at 5.8%, everyone. 5.8%. So still significantly higher before all of this happened, but it's trending down. And we've heard more and more in the news how people are just having trouble finding workers. Because, well, it makes a lot of sense. Why would you work? Why would you incur the costs when you can often make more money on welfare? It's kind of a sad sign that some people are just earning so little. But that's how it is, guys. So let's have a look at these food bank lines that will return. U.S. food bank lines may re-emerge as millions are set to lose unemployment benefits. U.S. food banks in Republican states are preparing for a massive demand surge in food aid this summer as 24 GOP-led states are set to end federal unemployment assistance before they're set to expire on the September 6th. The benefits set to lapse include the additional $300 a week federal supplement and other pandemic unemployment assistance programs that support low-income households. The policies have also contributed to a historic labor shortage after millions of people received more money via government benefits to stay at home than actually work. I mean, that's insane. That's not sustainable. You can't do that. I don't blame people. And it's coming out now more and more that people are just they're refusing to go back to the office. They're quitting jobs instead of going to the office because they're starting to realize what life is like when you have control over your time, when you are essentially retired from the rat race. You're still working but retired, and that's one of the most valuable things you can have in your life. Speaking from my own experience, we started a business very soon after university, and I tell you now, working from home, it's fantastic. Just having control of your time is worth more than a lot of money. And it's a great way to reduce your stress. So, with local economies reopening up across the country, here are the states that are pulling pandemic benefits early so that millions of people can re-enter the labor market. You want to get people working. Alabama, Idaho, Indiana, Nebraska, New Hampshire, North Dakota, West Virginia, Wyoming, Kansas, Florida, Georgia, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas on the 27th of June, Montana, Oklahoma, Utah, Tennessee on the 3rd of July, and Arizona on the 10th of July. According to J.P. Morgan, cutting benefits is tied to politics, not economics. Really? Perhaps it is, but look at the historic labor shortage. You don't want people getting money from the government and not working. Welfare is not UBI. It is an emergency payment to stop people from being destitute and depending on crime or other nefarious means to get by. That is the point of welfare. It's not UBI, everyone. Humanity. We haven't reached the post-scarcity world now where you can just sit on your ass and not work. People still have to work. And there's some value in that and some fulfillment. Sitting there being a lazy bum, I can't imagine people would appreciate it that much. Hopefully they'd find things to keep themselves busy. So, with 24 GOP-led states pulling benefits within the next month, millions of people are expected to return to food bank lines this summer, similar to what has been seen last spring and summer. Now, here's the thing. People will really play this up for political purposes. We've got a similar thing here in Australia. In South Australia, whenever the power bills come in, because, of course, it's a renewable energy hippie state, food bank lines increase. The banks, we did a video on this on my other channel some time ago, the banks were encouraging people to go to the food banks if they, to help them meet their mortgage payments. Already, U.S. Census Bureau figures show 19.3 million adults experienced food insecurity issues. Food banks around the country are well aware that millions of Americans are set to lose generous unemployment benefits, according to The Guardian. We are still distributing about 1 million to 1.5 million more meals each month than we did pre-COVID, said Teresa Schoenberg, advocacy manager for the St. Louis Area Food Bank in Brighton, Missouri services for residents in Missouri and nearby Illinois. She said there could be another spike in July and August as we're losing the unemployment benefits here in Missouri, so we might be doing 2 million meals again for a couple of months. She said the public health crisis is abating this spring as summer approaches due to the high levels of vaccination, but the lingering economic effects tied to virus-related shutdowns has economically doomed millions of people. We hope it's not going to take us another 10 years to get our food insecurity rates back down to pre-pandemic levels, but that's the kind of timeline we're looking at. Florida food banks are also preparing for increased demand later this summer, with the unemployment benefits levels to be reduced. It will no doubt put hardship on a large population here in Central Florida. It is important to see how much of an impact, but it cannot be It's impossible to see how much of an impact, but it can't be positive, said David Crepo, CEO of Second Harvest Food Bank in Central Florida in Orlando. We can see a correlation between an additional or elimination of household financial benefits, said Thomas Mantz, the CEO and president of Feeding Tampa Bay, which provides a variety of food relief services to communities in the Tampa area. So when we see stimulus checks go out, we do see less people in our lines. When we see additional unemployment checks, we see less people in our lines. And conversely, when those things stop, we do see numbers swell. Thomas Mantz, the CEO and president of Feeding Tampa Bay, said demand is about 35% higher than pre-pandemic levels. The virus pandemic has placed significant strain on food banks. In Texas, all federal extended unemployment benefits end on the 26th of June, leaving more than 1.3 unemployed workers with reduced benefits. Celia Cole, CEO of Feeding Texas, said the lowest income Americans continue to struggle despite the recovery. She expects food bank demand will surge at the end of this month when benefits are wound down. We anticipate that we will see at least a short-term surge when the unemployment benefits run out. So we're gearing up for that, said Cole. People who are lower income to begin with tend to get harder hit by nature and economic crises, and it can take them as individuals and the communities they live in a lot longer to come back. And by the way, there's still around 15 million Americans on some form of the government dole. The economic crisis is far from over, and we may just see a re-emergence of massive food bank lines this summer, everyone. So a bit of concern that the food bank lines are going to increase due to the end of benefits. But you can't keep benefits going forever. You can't keep the dole going forever. UBI has been tried before and it has failed, everyone. What are the suggestions? Well, honestly, I think the solutions, you need to increase financial literacy. You need to improve people's understanding of their money so they can live within their means and manage it. That's what has to happen. People have to realize that these emergency funds are temporary. It's only through the good graces of the government that frankly stole from you anyway that you're getting it. So you need to work on bettering yourself, improving your financial security, and cutting back on a lot of stuff. Avoid getting into debt. The challenge is when people get so destitute they fall into a trap. Everything costs more and more and more. Maybe the best suggestion would be just to leave a democratic city and go to a city where there may be opportunities, everyone. What do you reckon? As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about this one. If you're a fan and want to support us, there are a few ways you can. You can sign up for YouTube or Patreon. You can join Self Wealth or Stake. Use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Aussie Broadband. You can buy merch from Heise Says. We make handmade pocket squares. Or use Teespring to get the other merch down below. Finally, you can support us using Gold Pass from the Perth Mint or PayPal. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.